You've got your concrete, let's start mixing.
So this is a 40-pound mold. So if you got an 80-pound bag of concrete, you're gonna use half the bag. Every concrete has a different mix ratio, so be sure to read the back of the bag to know how much water you should add.
For this high-strength bag of concrete, we've measured out 2.8 liters. Because we're doing half, we've cut it to 1.4 liters of water.
As you begin to add the water, you want to mix. Don't add all the water right away. Be sure to get all the corners because that is where the dry concrete will sit.
The consistency that we're looking for is an oatmeal consistency. That's perfect for having it flow through the handle of your dumbbell.
So this is all ready and we're gonna start adding it to the mold. Simply take a scoop and you're just gonna pour it right into the top. Be sure to do 3 or 4 scoops before the next step.
After the 3rd or 4th scoop, now's the time to start shaking and tamping the concrete through the handle.
Simply shake it or slam it against the ground. We designed it with a funnel on each side of the handle that will push the concrete down.
So the way to tell if more concrete can be added is to simply watch while you're tamping it on the ground, and you can see air bubbles come up the handle. It's slowly moving down and getting rid of all of those air bubbles that are stuck at the bottom, and it's flowing into all the nooks and crannies of the dumbbell.
Once you think you filled the bottom, be sure to press here and make sure that it is tight and full of concrete. So we've filled our mold more than halfway. Now if you want to insert a rebar, this is where you do that. You're simply gonna take it and you're gonna push it right down the middle of the handle, down to the bottom. Then you keep filling with concrete. So you filled it to the top. Place on a level surface and let it cure for 1 to 3 days depending on what concrete you bought. Then you can apply the optional grip tape if you want. When you fill the kettlebell, you want to keep it in the box upside down. That will keep it nice and level as you fill it up. So we're just gonna scoop by scoop, take the concrete and go into the mold.
After the first 2 scoops, you'll want to be able to move the concrete around so it flows through the handle.
So you'll simply take the box and give it a good little shake. That's gonna help the concrete flow all the way through the handle. Then you do more scoops. If you get some concrete on the mold, don't worry. When it dries, it wipes right off.
So pro tip, as you're filling up your kettlebell with concrete, grab the sides of the box. If you're looking at it, look at the flat ends of the kettlebell and kind of shake the box back and forth. This will help evenly distribute the concrete and get rid of all the air bubbles that are trapped inside.
So you filled your dumbbell or kettlebell. Now you want to put it on a flat surface so it can cure. Typically this takes 1 to 3 days depending on what type of concrete you bought.
Once your weights have cured, it's time to add your optional grip tape to the handles.
It's time
For self-made gains.